Have you ever tried to have a logical conversation with someone, but it felt like you were talking to a brick wall? They were loud, confident, and completely wrong, but nothing you said could change their mind. It turns out, this might not just be stubbornness. According to psychology, there are specific behavioral patterns that link directly to lower intelligence. We aren't talking about bad grades or a lack of a college degree. We are talking about how a person processes the world. Today, we're breaking down the 6 major signs of low intelligence, including the Dunning-Kruger effect and why some people physically cannot handle being wrong. Sign number 1 is the loudest one: overconfidence without real understanding. You might think intelligent people are the most confident, but psychology tells us it's often the opposite. This is known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. People with low cognitive ability often lack the self-awareness to realize they are incompetent. They overestimate their skills because they don't know enough to know what they don't know. If you look closely, there is no depth behind their words. They speak in slogans and headlines, but if you ask them to explain the logic, they crumble. Sign number 2 is a lack of curiosity. Albert Einstein once said, "I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious." High intelligence is fueled by the question why. In contrast, individuals with lower IQs often avoid new ideas. They don't ask questions, and they get bored easily when a topic requires deep thought. Why? Because learning new things can feel like a threat to their ego. They prefer to stick to what is comfortable rather than expand their mind. This brings us to sign number 3. Black and white thinking. The world is complex and nuanced, but for someone with lower intelligence, everything is seen in extremes. It is either completely right or completely wrong. You are either with them or against them. Psychologists call this cognitive rigidity. It's the inability to think flexibly or hold 2 opposing viewpoints at the same time. If a situation requires nuance, they simply cannot process it. Sign number 4 is often the most visible: poor emotional control. Studies suggest a strong link between low IQ and low EQ emotional intelligence. When things go wrong, a smart person will usually pause, process, and respond. However, someone with lower cognitive ability is more likely to react impulsively. They get offended easily, struggle to manage frustration, and often resort to anger because they lack the vocabulary or the mental patience to express what they are feeling. Sign number 5. They never take responsibility. Do you know someone who believes life just happens to them? That's a psychological concept called an external locus of control. Instead of looking inward to solve a problem, they blame the government, their boss, their spouse, or just bad luck. Taking responsibility requires analyzing your own cognitive task that is often too difficult or painful for them to handle. And finally, sign number 6. The inability to handle opposing opinions. Have you ever disagreed with someone on a minor point and they acted like you insulted their entire family? People with low IQ frequently confuse a disagreement with personal disrespect. Debate requires cognitive effort. You have to listen, process, and counter-argue. If someone can't do that, they panic. They take it personally and shut down the conversation because they don't have the mental tools to defend their position logically. So, how do we summarize this? Think of it like a smartphone with a bad signal trying to run a complex GPS app. They are certain they know the way over confidence. They refuse to download the map update. No curiosity. And when the app tries to reroute due to traffic, the phone freezes and crashes. Cognitive rigidity and poor control. The scary part about low intelligence is that the lower it is, the harder it is for the person to see their own flaws. But here's the good news. If you watch this video and ask yourself, do I do any of these things? Congratulations. That self-reflection is a sign of high intelligence. Which of these signs do you see most often in your daily life? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more psychology breakdowns. Thanks for watching.